So if you are dealing with buyers that are freaking out about the mortgage rates, you're dealing with the wrong buyers. You need to go after people that don't even know what the mortgage rates are and don't care, because they don't borrow money anymore. They're way past that phase. And age demographics matters. NAR put out a stat that showed the average first-time buyer is now 38 years old. I'm embarrassed for America that you're 38 years old before you ever own a house, but that's the reality. Hell, they're refinishing the basement so that they can move in and have a condo downstairs. The kids are moving back in with the family. This multi-generation household is bigger than it's ever been before. And that was before pricing got crazy, by the way. That is not because of house prices. That is now, but that was happening beforehand, that it became normal. Man, when I was young, when you were young, you couldn't wait to turn 16 years old so you can get a car and get away. You couldn't wait to turn 18 or 19 to get an apartment and get away. Now all they're doing is trying to figure out how they can stay on their parents' insurance until they're 26. They don't have to go rent anywhere. They're still at 58 years old. They're still on their parents' cell phone plan. Like all of those problems that exist today, maybe we should be working with that one or two generations above that's in a different phase where now they don't need a mortgage. So it doesn't matter if it's 7, 8, 9%. They don't care because they're paying cash. That's a niche you want to think about. But rolling from that, look at what I would call, and I've got my notes here I'm looking at, I taped them to my laptop, looking at all of the other buyers that are using a mortgage but are willing to buy right now. What are they? They're value shoppers. They know they're in control. Whoever controls the money controls the market. So they know they're in control. So they are a value shopper. They're shopping for interest rate. That's how new construction's grabbing them, because they'll build that into the deal. By the way, you can build it into the deal too. You can say, this home is available at 5.5% interest with pre-arranged financing. You have to use this lender, you have to use this program, you got to pay a point, you got to do a whatever. You could do the same damn thing they're doing. You ever seen new construction? Their disclosure is like this big at the bottom with fine print. So yes, you could do that. I'm not saying you should, but that is an option because buyers are shopping interest rate. Next is pre-market homes. So they're looking for good deals. Pre-market, beat other buyers to the best deals. It's a really good rap for you to say, look, a lot of the best homes sell before they ever hit the open market. If you work with me, I can get you access before they're publicly listed. If you're waiting and looking on Zillow every day and you'd like to do it yourself, you're looking at the leftover homes. The savvy buyers are buying before they hit the open market. That's a really good offer, particularly if you can really fulfill that, which you can with the Greg Luther letter. So that's a good one. And of course, pre-foreclosure deals. Pre-foreclosure estate deals. They don't want distressed houses. They want distressed sellers. That's good languaging for you to use, by the way. Write that down. Are you looking for a distressed house or are you looking for a distressed seller? Are you looking for a fixer-upper house or a fixer-upper seller? You want a seller that's distressed, where it's a divorce situation and they just want $20,000 less to get rid of the thing, instead of a roof that's falling in and it needs $20,000 in repairs before you can even get financing. That's what we're looking for, right? So, Nicole, if you can talk for just a second about that, about the motivated prospects, the buyers are looking for some sort of a deal, because we hear so many, I want to buy, but I'm waiting on rates. I want to buy, but I'm waiting on house prices. We can start to do marketing that way to attract them right now and show them off-market deals.
Yeah, and I think to your point, obviously the Greg Luther letter, when you guys are putting that out there and you're speaking to them saying, hey, tell us like all of your hopes and dreams. What do you want in your perfect house? And then you're going to go find it for them. You can also start baking that into all of your conversations, to all of your other marketing of, okay, if you are interested in the value shopping, like Greg said, this is where we can look at those interest rates. New construction is offering these deals. Let me bring you and show you some of these homes. Start putting that into your lead generation for them to understand. Or if you're doing videos, put that in your video for them to understand, hey, like interest rates suck right now. However, there are opportunities and deals out there and we just need to go find them. So I think if you start baking it into all of your marketing, all of your letters, all of your bullet points, adding little things in your emails when you're touching base with everybody, your unconverted leads, let them know like they're still opportunity in this market. Let's not be scared of interest rates because X, Y, and Z, and you rattle off these different things and get their mind going a different way. As Greg said, sometimes you have to motivate them a little bit and kind of give them that push because they are willing to sit and wait.
Yeah, and your marketing has to be like, you have to sell what people are buying. I've used the example, if we owned a grocery store, I don't care how bad you think carbs are, or you think sugar is killing Americans and causing obesity and everything else. If the people want carbs, you better be selling pasta. Stop trying to convince them that this is what they should do. If you have a health food store where everything's organic and natural and whatever, that's very noble of you, but if you have no customers, maybe it's something you're interested in and nobody else is. So it's exactly the same way here. And you got to look at, like, if we had a new car dealership and nobody wants to buy your Chevys, but everybody wants this brand new Corvette, that shiny new red Corvette that everybody wants to get, and it's so hard to get, and they're selling it $10,000 over MSRP and all of those issues. If that's the case, you better do what you can to go get the Corvettes. They don't want your other offers. Well, the same is true with us advertising for buyers and sellers. If you're saying, I can represent your best interest, I'm a good negotiator, I care about you, I answer the phone every time you call, they don't care about that. What they want right now is perception of value. Your marketing needs to show that. So everything you're doing right now needs to be centered around value shoppers, whether it be proposed interest rate deal. That doesn't mean they're going to take that deal. You may have prearranged financing with a lender and they don't do that. They go with their own lender. That's fine too, but we can still advertise that this is available. So we can advertise that. We can advertise interest rate for, a permanent buy down, a short-term buy down, a 3-2-1, whatever the case is. We can advertise pre-market properties. We can advertise motivated sellers, which is pre-foreclosure, divorce, relocation, estate sales, anything like that, downsizing, whatever the case is. There's so many opportunities for you to advertise the right way, to have prospects that are replying to you, interested in getting access to that. Hey, it's Greg Luther, and listen, if you don't follow this channel, there's a good chance you're never going to see me again. I consistently put out regular content, and it's extremely helpful for real estate agents to grow their business. I want to keep you up to date on what's working so that you're in the know and you can take action accordingly. So be sure that you like and comment here, but most importantly, make sure you follow, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on anything. I'm here to help you in growing your business, and I'd love to do so. Follow right now.